What's happening is the 27th of February, and I'll keep today's message kind of brief because I got to be on to something else really quick here. But there's interesting data going on out there. We're seeing a lot of people losing jobs, seeing a lot of things happen in the world that is definitely going to impact the economy. Now, with what's cooking up here, we could see inflation possibly start to take some dips. I'm hoping, but people just keep spending money. That's the big issue we're seeing is people are spending a lot of freaking money because they're spending all that money. It's pushing the price of things up, right? And because also we're not seeing the houses being built to keep up with what the demand is. We're going to see that continue to grow. Those are things we want to continue to keep in mind as we're thinking about what's going to happen with the economy, where our rate's going to go. The big thing everybody keeps talking about is the Fed's going to cut the rate. The Fed's going to cut the rate. The Fed's going to cut the rate. Well, remember, guys, the Fed cutting the overnight rate, the Fed real fund rate is between banks. It has nothing to do, it has very little to do with the mortgages out there. The other thing is the market has priced in 3 rate cuts. But every bit of data we keep saying, I've been talking about, is showing that maybe we're not going to get 3 rate cuts. There's potential they may hold off. There's little cues in what's being said. They may hold off. If they do hold off, what do you think is going to happen to interest rates? They're going to jump. What are they doing now? They are jumping. They are going up. We've been showing it over and over and over again. Everybody keeps talking about, well, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. It's all guessing. The only thing that I have, the only thing that I can show that actually gives me any confidence of making a call one way or the other is the fact our charts keep showing us in a weaker position. Every time we get some strength, we're breaking through it. Now, right now, that 200-day moving average is doing a very good job of holding us. Got below it, came right back above it. That is a very, very strong point, but it's also pointing downward. That right there has been trending downward for a very, 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 very long time. So that right there in itself doesn't give me a whole lot of hope that we're going to see much better interest rates. Now, the other thing here, as I keep talking about, is that particular line here, 100.53. If you've been watching, I've been talking about that from all the way back to 2008. I will show you when I expand this thing out. That line right there, yellow line, started back in 2008. This is where it actually started. The day they announced quantitative easing, everything below that line, or excuse me, everything above that line was because of the Fed putting in so much money into the economy. Since they stopped doing that, we've seen it stay fairly. It's just start charging below the line, stay below that line. That line, I believe, is where it's going to keep us. I don't know that our rates are going to, the market's going to go above that mortgage-backed securities market. If it doesn't go above that, the rates won't get better than that. We've seen the best rates we're going to see just in the last few months. I don't know that we're going to see anything better. The trends are pushing us upward. It's unless there's something significant to put it the other direction and something very significant to put past that line, which I would say quantitative easing has to be what's very significant. We're not going to get there. So when people tell you, hold on, we're going to get better rates, I won't listen to them. They have continued to BS you because they don't know. All we can go off is what the charts say. Right now, everything's telling me better lock your stuff. I'm just not confident we're going to see it get much better. If it does get better, it's just a little tiny bit, but it can get a lot worse. We've seen that. We've seen it get way worse. Back last year, October, highest rates we saw since 1996. Don't listen to guys who have no data and aren't going to tell you where they're getting. Well, they're giving you information that's being regurgitated from the news or some other pundit. So that's the best I got for you today. I got to go do my thing. We'll talk to you on Friday.